Yo, what's up? I'm using my YouTube studio. Check me out. I'm gaining points for being an active member in the world. It looks like I'm still alive. So, allow me to read my theory of science and evolution with a splash of religion. Now that I'm wrapping up my college course with Professor Chris Rysom, allow me to do my question assignments or my responsive assignments through explanation of awareness. And the question that I'm responding to is, what advice would I give someone taking Professor Chris Rism course if they were a first time student? If you have taken a similar class anytime through elementary or high school, and now you're in college, your transcripts may not be properly verified. So, expressing the events in your life and your ability to use your cognitive reflexes, which allows you to be presumed extraterrestrial, the antenna and brain that you have, slash brain antenna, for centuries have been programmed and connected to parts of life that you may not have lived or desired to live. In doing so, it disconnected you from who you were meant to be, which is a goddess and a god, period. The ancient rulers of your antenna brain, computerized brain, can be reversed. It will force you to disconnect from everything you've been taught or have embraced in order to fully free yourselves from the right hemisphere of your brain's matrix. A simple form has been worded, and those words are: put yourself first, comma. You can't take care of those unless you take care of yourself first, comma. You are special, comma. You are strong, comma. You have more ability than you know, comma. Let's enhance your very being, comma. Anthony Antonio Jerome Pope, comma. Dr. Pope, comma. Tony, comma. Boo, comma. Sir Pope, comma. In that moment, I just used a paintbrush, painted my words with my tongue. My tongue is now being a paintbrush. If you can see white light, kudos to us. I don't know what your perspective is, but if you get this message, do not become a clone of historical relevance. We are the wave. You create the wave. You inspire the future. You are the future. Feeling joy, love, youthfulness allows you to survive past destructions and create a brighter future. Reasons of why the revolution cannot be televised. because it has to be within you. To televise the revolution, you would have to free your mind. When you free your mind, you should feel hairs tickle, skin scratch and or cringe. Your body should start reacting in a form of kissing. We were just connected. To whoever reads this, hears this, knows this, you are God's chosen. No one has the right to tell you who you cannot be. As long as you are practicing safety and putting the safety of others first, allowing yourself to know what it's like to feel danger and avoid it. No one truly wants to hurt anyone. People who escape the television era have been can't really speak on them, I guess, for per se. As a person who knows how to avoid a television era, usually end up on this side of the camera. Those who refuse to publicize their work of art, their language content, their creative abilities, make up a lot of what I deem average society. Financially, you could be rich, wealthy, and successful. Intellectually, you could be poor. Having the ability to know things, recite things, and use those words to trigger parts of your brain, which produces productivity in your actions, should be known as self brainwashing. You are who makes you. Your, in my case, my ability to want to be a 1985 era, 1986 era, 1988 era drug dealer began when I was watching movies created to show eras in time of Pablo Escobar's, CIA agents, Mama Blancos, Huggy Bears, Training Days, Snoop Dogg in the wheelchair in Training Day, Paid in Full, Money Mitch, Ace Boogie, Rico, three men in Paid in Full that I actually saw each one of my multiple understandings of life reflected in. Also, the Puerto Rican sitting in his windowsill and who Ace Boogie has taken close to makes four. And I feel like I'm missing somebody in that movie. Ace Boogie, Money Mitch, Rico, Papi Escobar, Ace Boogie's dad, who owned the dry cleaning shop. That's five. What other men were in that movie that I looked up to? That I saw pieces of my soul in. God's soul for those people who watch those movies. for those guys who watched those movies and felt a piece of their life in that. Yeah. So movies like that, including movies like Shaft, shows like The Black Man from the Heat of the Night, The Black Man from Walking Texas Ranger, The Black God of Thunder, Shango, uh, Blade, Pale White Vampire Killer, also known as leeches of black community for those who are black empowered. Um, let's see. Michael B. Jordan and Creed, Michael J. Watson in Bones, and the British guy he fought in Bones. Two different styles, both well rounded, well connected. Uh, Hammer in Bones, the Asian in Bones, the old man that Bones played chess with, the old man that played chess with Bones, Angela Bassett, the innkeeper in Bones, Michael B. Watson, Michael J. Watson. Um, for the sake of my women watchers, Serena Williams, Michelle Obama, Monique from Monique. What's the name of that show with her and her daughter Kim? That was a reality TV show of Monique's reality of a college. You think Monique actually attended college? The way she was in it so much in that actual college in the show, you felt like she was in it, living out her fantasies. The ability to become a celebrity. If the world and the nation does not grant you credit to be a superstar, like the superstar you are, then you create your own superstarism. Because us people, as king, queen, god, and goddesses, have the right to rule ourselves. We use our ability to rule to serve, help, and encourage others. That's how we become successful. That's why we are successful. Historically speaking, the gestures performed for the kings and queens. The kings and queens serve the god and goddesses. So if you're gesturing for a king or queen or who you deem king and queen, then you are their god and goddess. If you're being entertained by gestures while giving your power to who you were taught to be God, then you are above a king, above a queen, and below a god, below a goddess. Figure out what pyramid you want to be on or build. And instead of climbing and competing to get to the top of your own pyramid, know that you are already on your pyramid. Because real gods and goddesses do not compete. We encourage. All right. We inspire. Despite the evil ways of those who dwell within self pity and self competitiveness. Those who are so competitive with themselves, they compete and belittle others to feel like better competitors, are merely puppets brainwashed by the thought of being a competitor. Do not be one of those people. As your God, I tell you, do not become someone easily manipulated in governmental structures. If you play a sport, play to enjoy it. You are free. If you live life to work and serve others, enjoy it and get maximum reward for it. You are a goddess and a god. That goes for gods and goddesses. If you're a god, there's a goddess in you. When you like fashion, colors, hair texture, cleanliness, self grooming, that's the goddess within a god. If you're a goddess and you like competitiveness, toughness, and the grind to be as strong and as aware and as intelligent as the so called men you were taught to want to overtake, that is the God in you. No woman or man should feel less than another. If you're proud of your weight, your hair, your glasses, your skin color, your knowledge, your creativity, your bank account, whatever it is that makes you proud of who you are, own it. And don't ever allow somebody to make you feel like you're not worthy because you are a god and a goddess. You are priceless. So whatever value you put on you is entirely up to you. Do not quit. Do not give up. Continue to push. Do it. When people say don't quit, drop the N apostrophe T, drop the QU, and do it. Because you are a leader. You know you better than anyone you encounter could ever know you. So what you choose to learn from those you encounter and the things you watch and the things you inspire to be, you are still in control. We, your people of God, and the God within me require angels. Let's change the perspective. Black is white. Black is bright. Black is proud. Black is beautiful. Black is the correlation of all color ores that you can think of. Black is diversity. White is plain. White is boring. White is chalk. White is absolutely the absence of creativity. Everything white has been colored by another paint, another aura, another color to bring life to it. That's why they tan to become brown. That's why when they're sick, they become yellow. That's why when they're sad, they become blue. And that's why when they're proud, they feel like there's a darkness or a black person within them. Because black is beautiful. They wear their black on the inside, we wear our black on the outside. On the outside of black, inside is white. On the outside of white, the inside is black. We as blacks have created cultures. Those as whites have stolen cultures. They stole Africans. They stole Mexicans. They punished Indians. They literally have distorted the reality in history books and made those of you woke convinced that you are not woke. You have become sheep to shepherds. You have become prey to lions. You have become peanuts to elephants. When they say greed is a sin, but it require you to be greedy in order to obtain financial success and goes against the very concept of the God and goddess within you. Your energy is your money. Your aura is your money. You sell that. You buy that. When you pay for someone's services, you buy their aura. Everybody aura has a purpose. If you choose your purpose to be a servant, get maximum dollars for being a servant. If you're an entertainer, you're a servant to the public. If you're a judge, you're a servant to the town, city, state, country, nation, world. And you get paid for that. That very same job as a judge, lawyer, doctor, teacher, probation officer, therapist, psychologist, professor, all those jobs of judgment go against your federal currency, which says, "In God we trust." The same God you entrusted on your dollar bill is the exact same God you entrusted when you said, "Thou shalt not judge." So, how are you willing to become financially stable and wealthy and go against the very creation of which you were taught as religious people? No one was meant to work for currency. You are not supposed to sell your soul for currency. Your soul is your current, your ability to produce electricity. That is a current, not currency. Currency is you using your current and frequencies to give power to paper. And we all know paper burn. Remember the story of the Indians when they were supposed to give their lands to the European, British, and England settlers? They were offered gold, silver, weapons, all of these so-called tools. But when the battle went down and the meeting was aligned, they offered them paper, white paper with pink ink from whatever country or colony they originated from, and said this has value. Indians refused to accept paper as value because they knew trees could burn. Those settlers literally told you they thought Indians were stupid because they were not colonized. And therefore they killed them, forced them to walk the Trail of Tears, pushed them all the way out west. Eddie Griffin, California, San Francisco, San Jose, San Diego is not all can Mexican. They're Native American Indians. Mexicans and Hispanics are Native American Indians. They deserve reparation. We deserve reparation. Europeans and Africans met on playing grounds. We were enslaved, tortured, beaten, whipped, shackled by those historical figures. And when I say we, I mean the minds, hearts, and souls of all of those oppressed, whether Jewish, Indian, Mexican, black, white. Shout outs to Hitler. People forget white people have a historical oppression. They think it's only pertaining to Jews of the Islam nation. If the Jews of the Islam nation were white and destroyed by Hitler and another part of the region, why are y'all so focused on the whites destroying blacks in this region or trying to destroy the whites in this region? Who says Hitler was actually white? They make these pictures and they pass on historical evidence, but were you there? How important is it? The Holocaust is not going on in your neighborhood. Concentration camps are not in your neighborhood. County jails are in your neighborhood. Do not become a subject and a number inside of their concentration confinement environments. You are smarter, kings and queens. You want to shoot Grand Theft Auto. You want to shoot Call of Duty. You want to shoot backwoods owned property. Make sure you know the mileage different distance between your trees and the road. Find a compass and point in the right direction. Find you a map and learn how to be responsible. You are special. We are special. I know this. You have been taught this, but yet you go against the very definition of all things you've been taught because you lack proper research. Know who you are. Do not hold on to the bad and allow it to destroy your very nature. Get what you deserve. Either help the community or relax like kings and queens. But no one can tell you your value of society. You choose your value. The reason why we, the people, have taken a stand against work is because we are undervalued and constantly painted to be immature and idiotic when those are the very same people that y'all create as celebrities. Look at the baby, a rapper. He cut up in all his videos and convinced so many in the nation that he is a killer. That is wrong. If he's such a killer, he should be arrested. He should not be a point in music like Rick Ross song. Put Molly all in her champagne. She didn't even know it. I took her home and enjoyed that. She didn't even know it. What is that? It sounds like an admission to date rape, but it's over a nice beat and it has been publicized to subliminally be programmed into people's brains to allow them to drink while making those aware, cautious of what they consume in public environments. That to me was once considered a weakness because if I believed someone put something in my drink, I was cautious and I would not drink it. When my alpha gene was awoken, all things are just nutrition. Your mind has to outweigh your conscience. Most movies show sedatives that can limit a body's abilities, and people have come to believe that. There's a lot of things that I have encountered that has not sedated me. I've even tried Xanax for all you Xanax users. I've tried NyQuil for all you NyQuil people. I've tried Suboxones for you Suboxone people. What else? I've used marijuana for you marijuana people. I've used alcohol for you drinkers. I've used my ability to think I'm asleep to fall asleep for you fully functioning brain aware people, self functioning, fully alert people. For you people who can use that same ability to stay awake continuously, I was once one of you as well. Currently, I am one of you. The ability to travel across the nation, world to world, living in tomorrow if you're in Australia, living in the past if you're in California, you should know that your day is somebody else's night. Your night is someone else's day. So while you sleep, rappers, celebrities are traveling. It is daytime on the other side of the world. They are making movies on the other side of the world. They are creating shows on the other side of the world. The time zone, time difference, and the rotation of the sun allows these people to stay up continuously. Not only do they stay up continuously while embracing the sunlight, power to the sun god, and people who praise the sun Allah Muslim, and myself, and people who enjoy sunsets and good views, sunrises, all these city folks and sun gazing people, you are strong. Your 24-hour, 7 days a week job do not determine who you are. You took your gift into that company. They owe you for being there. Do not allow them to control your destiny. That's for all of my young people, middle class people, older people. Respect is given outside of jobs, and I word my words specifically to draw in all of those who already know and relate to those who are on basic worker levels. Shout outs to anyone who ever wanted to be a manager, a owner. Again, you are kings, queens, gods, and goddesses. Your life, your brain, your choices are of a game called Sim City or IMVU or Grand Theft Auto or any game that allows you to create your character. Your aura is a character. The world is USA. USA has the characters. Us and all are characters. Be your character. Get paid to be your character. Create your schedule for your character. Because we all want to vacate. We all want wealth, joy, happiness, passports. The United States border is a prison. The North American border is a prison. The African border is a prison. And for them to charge us to leave prison is illegal. You work and get taxed. You buy food, it is taxed. This American economy has never been broke because everything you've worked for, they take back while also denying you the assistance you request. For those who are denied food stamps, Medicaid, insurance, those titles and responsibilities were given without request. Doctors should save people regardless of insurance coverage. Lawyers should help people and represent people without being without extorting those they're helping. Get that money from your government that gave you a position and title. Get that money from your nation that gave you careers long before you knew the word career. They owe you, not the people you help. If a person cannot speak clearly, you should be willing to help them. They should not have to hire an interpreter. You, the government, should pay the interpreter and make sure you understand the interpreter. If need be, I will interpret every situation because I understand ignorance. Ignorance goes beyond reading school papers. Ignorance goes beyond knowing U.S. history. If your number one study subject is U.S. history, then you are a part of history. Of course, you are more knowledgeable. You should not make someone feel bad for choosing to know more about math and U.S. history and governmental federal occupations. You are enslaving people and making people feel enslaved by your brainwashing. And for all you other UN nation leaders, you are all guilty. The day of judgment is upon you. Stop living their lie. Stop allowing their choices to influence us. We are our voice. We are the people. We are the kings, queens, knights, and bishops. You are the pawns. We move you. You do not move us. It's the voice of wisdom. Wake up.